Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage, and I have so many things to talk about today. I even had to make like a little list. So this might be a long one, but I'll try to keep it as short as I possibly can. And so I guess this is just a garage gun talk. The things I want to talk about, number one, is how busy I've been. I want to talk about the Supreme Court today granted cert to another firearms case. And I know a lot of people are really excited about this, but I was thinking about this in the car when I heard the news because I think it might not be good news for other Second Amendment cases. And I haven't heard anybody talk about this, but I want to talk about it with you and see what you guys think. I also want to give you guys the mean comments of the week. I was too busy over the weekend to create the video, so I got some mean comments. And as promised, I wanted to properly address the nice comment that Fowler Industries left on my channel. So let's just kind of dive right in. And first off, I want to talk about how busy I've been, and I want to apologize because occasionally, you guys know, I just get really, really busy in my family and professional life. And right now, I'm doing a lot of things musical, between playing in different ensembles, rehearsals, all this kind of stuff going on. I am literally just super busy, and I'll work for like 9 or 10 hours a day, and then I have to go to a rehearsal, and then by the time I get home, it's like 10:30 at night. I just don't have time to make the garage videos, and I'm really far behind in emails. So if you have emailed me, I'm sorry. I will try to get back to you guys as fast as I possibly can. I have a stack of emails of people that have asked me questions. I have to get through those, and I need to make some more videos. So if you guys have lent guns to the channel, I'm working as fast as I can. I'm sorry, I have just been so unbelievably busy. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the Supreme Court today. I heard, and I guess the news I heard was from the Four Boxes Diner, that the Supreme Court has granted cert, which means they've accepted the case of Vanderstock v. Garland, which essentially is a case that deals with the unfinished frames and receivers rule kind of stuff. And I know a lot of people are really excited about this because most likely this is going to be a very positive outcome for the Second Amendment community. And I was thinking to myself that I actually think this is not a good sign for other Second Amendment cases. And hear me out, because I haven't heard anybody take this or go down this line of thought. I personally thought that when it came to the bump stock case, which happened, I think it was like in late February when the arguments were before the Supreme Court. And I think we're going to win that one. However, I was hoping that that was going to be a broad ruling, essentially smacking down the ATF's rulemaking abilities, when it comes to redefining things. And if that was the case, there would not be a need for the Supreme Court to take on another case that deals with ATF overreach. And so what I'm trying to say here is, the fact that the Supreme Court took on another case, because they could have had a broad ruling in the bump stock case that says, okay, ATF, you can't do this. And they could, I guess, clarify what a government agency is allowed to do when it comes to interpreting the statutes. So that could have been a very broad ruling. But the fact that the Supreme Court took on this case, I think, is an indicator that the bump stock case isn't going to be what we think or what we hope it is. I still feel like there's a chance we're going to win it, but the fact that they took this case, the people that are pro-Second Amendment on the Supreme Court might be looking at this and going, this is a better case to have a broad response to. So even if we win the bump stock thing, it's probably going to be very narrow and tailored to just the bump stocks, where I know we were hoping it was going to be a broader ruling. But this also could mean that when it came to the voting of the bump stock case and who was going to write the opinions and how the outcome was going to be, maybe it's not the outcome we're hoping. Maybe there were 5 justices on the court that thought that the banning of bump stocks was okay. And they were able to get another case that will deal with ATF overreach. I don't know. I know a lot of people are celebrating this right now, but as I said, if you put it into context with the other Supreme Court cases that deal with ATF overreach and redefining things in statutes, I actually think the fact they're taking a case that is essentially very similar in what it's talking about and what it's going to do is not a good sign for the other cases. And I sure wish, though, that they would take an assault weapons ban case. That's the big elephant in the room. And I truly wish they would. But as I said, I'm feeling that the fact they took this case means we might not have won the bump stock case. Or it's going to be extremely narrow. So I was curious what you guys think about it. All the legal eagles out there that watch my channel and like to talk about the gun politics stuff. What do you guys think? Have you heard anybody talk about this and put this in context? Because it might be the Supreme Court showing their hand a little bit. You know, saying that the justices, maybe there were 4 justices that wanted a broad thing in the bump stock case. When it came down to the voting, they didn't get it. So this is another way of them trying to go at it and signaling to us that the bump stock thing isn't going to go our way. So as I said, I think I'm the one person talking about that. Not trying to brag or anything. That's just the kind of patterns that I see. And I'm really surprised no one else has talked about it. All right, so I guess we have now reached the point in the video where I'm going to talk about the mean comments of the week. And actually, a couple of them aren't super mean. They're just annoying. And I know, as I always say, not everybody is into this, okay? So if you don't like me talking about the comments, you think I should ignore them or whatever, I like talking about it because I think it's fun and to show you guys what I have to deal with. But if you don't want to watch, I appreciate you being here. You are free to click away. I'm sure many of you guys already have because I'm super boring. And if you guys want to participate in a word of the day, which might be different than the word of the day at the end of the video, if you've watched this far in the video, the first word of the day is going to be frame. Frame, because that's what the Vanderstock v. Garland case, the Supreme Court accepted cert on today, or granted cert, deals with frames and receivers. Okay, so I'll give you a second if you want to click away because you hate the mean comments of the week. And if you're still here, it's time for the mean comments of the week. All right, so the first comment is not really a mean comment. I think it's a dumb comment. And this person did not get banned from the channel. But on my range report of my CMMG Banshee, it is from a person named SpencerMan4134 who said, "Your safety's off." Now, I believe this is a safety Sally because I'm 100% sure what they're talking about is normally when I'm here on the workbench and I'm showing off a gun or doing the what I call the garage portion of a range report, many times I will not have the safeties of a gun on because I am in a very controlled environment. There's nobody else here in the garage with me. I'm by myself, okay? I never, ever, ever have ammunition out here on the table when I'm reviewing a gun. There's no need for me to have ammunition out here. And before I film the video, I safety check the firearm. I always safety check the firearm. And in the course of shooting the video, I do follow the rules of gun safety. I don't point the gun at anything I don't want to destroy or kill, right? There's nobody here, right? And I don't point the gun at myself, obviously. My finger will only be on the trigger after I safety check the gun and I show you on camera, and usually that's for like trigger pull tests. So I have to have the safety off for that. But obviously I show you on camera, here it is. Drop the magazine, I show you the empty chamber, but that's the only way I'm ever going to be able to test the triggers. And even if, you know, those conditions weren't met, once again, this is a controlled situation. So I can have the safety off. And here's the thing, is I check the gun, no one else controls the gun because I'm here alone by myself. I know the gun is clear. I still don't point it at myself or anything I don't want to kill or destroy, but I can have the gun off. And this is one of those things about making YouTube videos that's kind of funny, is you get these people, and many times, and I'm not disparaging them, you get the people that are often new in the gun community. And I think that we need to take safety very, very serious. And I think I do a very good job. I do my best to show how to handle guns safely here on the channel. In fact, I even get made fun of that I handle the guns too safely. Like many times when I do a field strip video, people will laugh at me. They go, why do you drop the magazine and show there's no ammunition in it? You don't have to do that. Okay, well, that's a fair point. However, I feel it is always important that when you drop a magazine, you need to know, is there ammunition in it or not, in case you decide to put it back in. If I pulled the magazine out and there was a round in the magazine, well, I'm going to empty the magazine, but that also tells me to be extra alert and double check and triple check the chamber. But people have made fun of me saying I'm too much of a safety guy when it comes to that. But this guy's like, your safety's off. And I replied to him and I said, and? But he hasn't responded yet. But that's just kind of silly. Wasn't necessarily a mean comment, just kind of one of those annoying comments. Because as I said, I don't think people understand that when I'm filming here, there's nobody else in this garage. I'm literally right now just talking to my cell phone in an empty garage. And my wife is in a whole nother part of the house. And right now, there's no guns or ammunition out here. This is a safe, controlled environment. And if there's a gun out here, there's no ammunition out here. And I've already safety checked it before I made the video. But anyway, I did just want to address that one. All right. Then, the next comment I have is on my range report. And now we're getting into the mean comments. The Diamondback DB15, and I said, sometimes you get what you pay for. And Kevin9016 said, you should wear gloves and eye protection. Sissy. Well, what he's probably talking about is the fact in that video, which, by the way, I don't understand his comment because I was wearing eye protection, but I was talking about how the gun was overgassed, okay? That particular example for me was way overgassed. You could smell, you could feel it in your face when you shoot it. And so he's telling me that I'm a sissy, essentially saying if the gun isn't, throwing stuff back in your face, you're a complete wuss. I find this to be an absolutely ridiculous argument. Could I make that gun more pleasurable to shoot if I wore gloves and more face protection and all that kind of stuff? Well, yeah, but the gun is still overgassed. It doesn't stop the problem. I guess I'm trying to think of another analogy. Maybe if it comes to like cars or something. I'm trying to think here. Like, for example, if you have a problem, let's say your AC is out or your heater's broken. Okay, so your heater's broken in your car, your brand new car, right? You just go spend $50,000 on a brand new car, and it's wintertime, and your heater core isn't working, and it's not heating the car, it's not defrosting the windows, and it's freezing in the wintertime. Should I just look at you and go, just bundle up and wear jackets, sissy? No. When you buy a product, you expect that product to work as intended. So this is a stupid comment and a mean comment because it's one of these alpha people that just think, well, you just need to buck up, sissy. No, the gun was not working like it's designed to do. I had problems with it. I'm not saying his, if he even owns one, is having those problems, but the example I did have. And my personal belief is, even when it comes to cheap-ass guns, they should still work. You should have an expectation that the gun is going to do what it's supposed to do. If it has a safety, I expect that safety to work. If it's a gas-operated gun, I still expect that gun to be properly gassed. That's just the expectation. And if it's not, it's a crappy gun. That's all I got to say about that one. Then, this is my favorite of the week. On the range report of my FN502 22 long rifle version of the FN509, user-ZY3JM2XD3D said, "You are an ass." Now, I don't know what in the world I did in that video for him to say that, okay? Apparently, he just doesn't like me, and that's just one of those things about life that I've always been so perplexed about. Now, I understand there are people in this world that, for some reason, I don't like, but they've done nothing to me, okay? Either it's the way they talk, the way they act, their personalities, they just grind me the wrong way. But I never go out of my way to be mean to them. I might avoid them, which, by the way, in the world of YouTube, you can simply click away from my videos. You can never watch one of my videos again. If you don't like me, you don't like the way I talk, you don't like the way I look, you don't like my methodology, you don't like my shooting philosophy, that is totally fine. I mean, you can hate everything about me. You can hate my stutter. You can hate the fact that one of my front teeth, which is fake, is a little bit darker in coloration than the others. I noticed that in pictures. You can hate the fact that I'm bald. I don't care. You don't have to be mean to me, all right? But this person just says, you're an ass. And I think that's the best mean comment of the week. Why people feel they have to do that, I have no idea. But yes, that person did get banned. All right, I think that's all the mean comments of the week. But now I want to get into a very serious comment. And I want to thank Fowler Industries for this comment, because I mentioned in the video where I showed you the original comment where they're like, get more training and this and that. And I said how that's kind of like one of my pet peeves, right? It's kind of like me being Marty McFly in Back to the Future when someone calls him chicken. And I've always felt that the people that say that don't watch my channel. It's obvious they come to watch one video because they're looking up information on one gun. And if it's a review where I just don't shoot the gun bad, they just assume that's the way I always shoot. And they don't watch the other videos where, as I said, they're just hack drivers. But the whole training thing, you guys know my philosophy on that. And I was surprised that they even found the video where I made that response here on the Texas Gun Vault 2, because I banned whoever it was on the main channel, which I probably should go back and unban them. But they found my response video and wrote this really nice comment. And I want to say, I appreciate this. I was not expecting it, nor did I demand it or any of that. And this comment from the same person, I think, really shows a good mindset, because I am willing to admit when I make mistakes, and I've done it many times. You know, I'm not perfect, and I know that actually might surprise some of you guys. I'm not perfect. I know. You guys are looking here at me and going, well, hold up, Jason, you're absolutely amazing. No, I'm just kidding. I do make a lot of mistakes, and I do admit them from time to time. But in this comment, Fowler Industries did reply, and it's a very nice comment. So let me read this to you, and I want to say that I do appreciate it, and this goes to show that I think Fowler Industries is probably, as I suspected, a good company, and as I always say, I want every gun company to succeed. So Fowler Industries 7252 replied to my video and said, hey, it's obvious that I, personally, this is not a spam account, made a glaring error in commenting what I did. I shouldn't have acted in haste by commenting passive-aggressively, and for that, I am sorry. There's no excuse for the comment, but to voice a little backstory, at the time, same range, in Frisco, same optic, same generation of V9, there was a customer giving us grief for accuracy issues. The gun came back, and I wrongfully assumed it was this same gun. Either way, no comment should have been made. Either way, I and we screwed up. Our guns are capable of sub 1 inch at 25 easy, and we stand by that. If there is an issue with one of our pistols, I strongly encourage that whoever owns that said V9 reach out to us directly before abandoning ship. We always make things right with customers. We will gladly replace the barrel if need be. Again, I'm sorry, rookie mistake on my part. And as you can see, I hearted the comment. And I want to thank them for doing that. And I will definitely make sure that D, the owner of that pistol, knows, and I will pass this information on to him, that he can contact them if there is an issue and he wants them to address it. And they will obviously do the right thing from a customer service standpoint. And I also want to say, I have no doubt that the design of their guns is for that type of accuracy. I have no doubt. And I always say in these videos that, you know, the guns many times, I mean, almost all of them shoot better than I do, right? I know if you put the guns in a vise, they're going to shoot that good, right? Most of them are. Most, you know, not all, but most of them, especially one that's a higher end like a Fowler Industries 2011 pistol, right? And for me, that one just didn't shoot as well. And as I said, I don't hate Fowler Industries. I don't hate anybody there. I don't know them personally, and I want everybody to succeed. And maybe there is something wrong with that one. Maybe there's not. And honestly, I do hope that one day, because he talks about different generations of pistols here. Okay. So I'm actually kind of excited now to know that there's other generations of the Fowler Industries pistol. So I'm hoping that one day one of them will come through the Texas Gun Vault again, hopefully like a more modern generation, and I will get that opportunity to shoot it again and compare and see what happens, right? And it could be one of those things where it shoots the same, where it shoots better or whatever, but I would always report back to you. But it sounds like they take their gun building very, very seriously, which I never, ever doubted, right? And being a small channel, I really didn't think anybody would ever see it. On the main channel, I'm growing all the time. What do I have left? I think I'm getting close to like 17 or 18,000 subscribers. Man, I wish I wouldn't have lost my original channel. But anyway, this channel just has like, 3,000 and something. And I'm really honored that they found it and took the time to reply. Okay, so I want to thank them for that. I want to maybe apologize myself a little bit because, that comment made me a little bit frazzled. And as I said, it just kind of just tick that button of go get training. And it's just one of those things that, I have this like little list that people will tell me in comments that just drive me bonkers. And I'll go ahead and tell you my 3 biggest pet peeves when it comes to comments. 3 biggest pet peeves, hands down. And many times, even if the comment is not mean, I will block them because this is just it for me, okay? And the reason I do this is I've gone through bad times in my life where I've just been around negativity and I just don't put up with it anymore. But the first thing is people that talk to me, many times the comments are are negative in nature, that talk about me in third person. If you follow my channel, you know that I pretty much respond to every comment. Now, I might not respond to the replies to my comments. So, for example, if you post, I reply, I might not see that reply because I get so many. But if the initial comment, the first comment, I reply to every single one of them. I see every one and I reply to them. So I hate it when people talk about me, especially in a negative way in third person, okay? Like if they open their comment and say, this guy does this, or blah, blah, blah. That's it. You can address your issue. If you don't like me or what I said or my thoughts on the gun, you can address it to me. Don't talk about me in third person. Don't disparage me in third person. Absolutely hate that. Number 2, of course, you guys already know, the go get training comment. I hate that one. Oh, man, I just hate that one. It just drives me up the wall. Because it would be like me saying, if you want to go, let's just say you're, wealthy and so forth, and you guys just want to go buy a really nice and fancy car, okay? And I should go, you can't own that car until you go and get track training. Well, I mean, you can go and get track training if you want, but if you want to go out and buy a Porsche 911 or whatever, that should be your thing, right? Nobody should stop you and going and getting track training beyond the training you need to have a basic driver's license. You should not have to have that training. That should not be a barrier of entry. And I don't think somebody should be shamed if they go out and buy a Maserati or a Porsche or a Corvette or whatever it is you want, right? That shouldn't be. You need to go out and get track training. That. And the third thing I absolutely hate is when somebody in the comment section says, you need to go watch and insert content creator's name, video, and they link to that video. And they're like, you got this wrong. You need to go watch this person. Because normally the person that they link to is one of those superstars in the gun community. And I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to be. I don't want to be a superstar, and I'm not here to echo other people's opinions. I always talk about, I find it to be very suspicious when content creators, when a new gun comes out, content creators make a video on the same gun and they all say the same positive things. It's really weird. Every gun can't be awesome for everybody. And so I'm not here to copy and parrot other people because that's not what I think my viewers have come to expect from me. They expect my honest opinions. And sometimes I'm going to love a gun that other people hate. Sometimes I'm going to hate a gun everyone loves. And then sometimes I'm going to love a gun everyone loves and hate a gun everyone hates. It can go any four of those ways. But I hope that when I make my decision on a gun, I give you enough information to tell you why, right? Instead of me saying, because the one thing I hate is when content creators go, this is the greatest carry gun of all time. Okay, why? Oh, it just is. Give me some reasons, right? I don't live in the world of emotion. Many people do. They're feelers. I always talk about that. But yeah, I just can't stand it when content creators all have the same review on a particular gun. It just drives me absolutely bonkers. But anyway, don't tell me to go watch somebody else's review. So those are the 3 pet peeves, and that's it. That's it. So anyway, I wanted to thank Fowler Industries, and as I said, I hope that one day the people that lend guns to the channel might have a Fowler Industries new generation, and if that's the case, of course, I will always review the guns unbiasedly. As unbiased as I possibly can. And I will not hold anything. I won't go, oh, I had a bad experience with them in the past. And no. So hopefully one day I'll get that opportunity. And I'm sorry that the version that I had or the particular example that I had just didn't shoot well for me. But I do appreciate them seeing the comment and apologizing. That does mean a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And in my eyes, that says a lot about them and their company. So thank you, Fowler Industries, if you happen to be watching this video. So there we go. We unpacked a lot tonight. I'm busy. Talked about the Supreme Court. Did some mean comments and talked about the Fowler Industries comment. I think I had one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, I do remember what it is. I released a video today on the Noveske Space Baby, the N81 limited edition Space Baby. And I want to apologize. For some reason, YouTube disabled the comments on that video. I was able to turn them back on. And then later when I went back to the video, they were disabled again. I don't know why. It didn't affect any other videos. I don't know why. So for some reason, I never set them that way. But if you watched that video, tried to comment, and the video or the comments were disabled, if you want to comment, you can go back to that video and please leave your comment. I'm sorry about that. It was not intentional on my part. I think it was just one of those weird YouTube things. And I'll tell you, I've been having some problems with YouTube, not from a monetization standpoint or a video being approved standpoint, but from a weird comment where I know people are commenting on videos, but they don't show up in my creator app on my phone or on my computer where I can see them and respond to them for like an hour or two. For some reason, I can see I think it was one of my latest Texas Gun Vault 2 videos. I had like 15 comments. I could see them piling up. It would tell me I have 15 comments on this video, but I would click on the comment section for that video and it would say no comments. And for some reason for them to populate, I was just having issues with them. I don't know why. It seems to be fixed. Maybe it was like a bug in their system. And maybe this is also another bug. And I'll just have to keep on top of it. But anyway, if you had problems with that, you can go back and comment on that video. So I think that is all I got for tonight. So that is tonight's Garage Gun Talk. And it's about 8:30. I need to go in and finally edit the range footage for the Colt Double Eagle 10 millimeter pistol and get on that. So, and before anybody says, "Hey, you're drinking alcohol," I know that I am, but there's no guns out here. There's no firearms, as you can see. So, if you're one of those safety Sallies, don't get on me for that. So anyway, what would be the second word of the day? The first word of the day was frame. The second word of the day is going to be Fowler. Fowler, because Fowler Industries did the right thing. And because of that, I'm just going to give them a nice shout out. And I just say that I appreciate it. So Fowler is the second word of the day. First word of the day is frame. So if you made it to the end of the video, try to use those words. Good luck. Use them in the same comment. And I know that you are a true vault dweller and somehow does not get insomnia. I guess not insomnia. What is it? That's if you can't go to sleep. What is it if you go to sleep? I forgot. Narcolepsy. I guess if I don't bore you to death and put you to sleep. I'm impressed. I'm impressed because I'm pretty boring. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for joining me here in the garage, and thanks for watching.